Have you ever heard of the Lost City of Benin? A powerful African kingdom, with a royal palace that holds secrets still waiting to be uncovered. This is not fiction. This is forgotten history, buried in silence, now rising again. Welcome to a journey through time. A journey into the heart of an empire once feared, respected, and envied. The mighty Benin Empire. Long before colonial conquest. Long before the world gave Africa a single story. Benin stood tall, with walls taller than those of Rome. An art so intricate, it baffled European invaders. In the dense forest of present-day Nigeria, there existed a city, vast, orderly, and advanced. Its beating heart. The royal palace. A place of ceremony, of power, of mystery. The Benin Empire rose in the 11th century. But its roots go even deeper, to the ancient kingdom of Igodemigodo. From the soil of this early civilization, a new dynasty was born, led by kings called Obos. These were no ordinary rulers. They were seen as divine, chosen by the gods. Their word was law. And their home, the palace, was a sacred center of both politics and spirituality. The empire stretched across the forest and savanna, reaching parts of what we now call Togo, Ghana, and Cameroon. Trade routes passed through Benin like blood through veins, carrying ivory, palm oil, pepper, and art. Let's talk about the bronze. Yes, bronze, but unlike anything the world had seen. Benin's artisans were masters. They created stunning bronze plaques and statues, depicting warriors, kings, rituals, and battles. These weren't just decorations. They were historical records, cast in metal. Storybooks made of fire. Each bronze told a story. Of conquest. Of coronation. Of cosmic power. Some showed the Oba, towering above others, surrounded by attendants, leopards, and emblems of royalty. Others told of Portuguese traders, the first Europeans to arrive. To this day, many of these bronzes are missing, looted, scattered across museums in Europe. But the soul of the palace, and its stories, remain. Now imagine the royal palace itself. It wasn't one building. It was a city within a city. Massive courtyards, thick red walls, columns carved with ancient symbols, tiled roofs that shimmered under the African sun. There were sacred chambers, where only the Oba and his highest priest could enter. There were royal shrines, dedicated to ancestors, guarded by leopard carvings. And at the palace gates, elite soldiers, the Edo warriors, stood in silence, ready to protect the Oba with their lives. The palace was not only a residence. It was a throne room, a courtroom, a temple. It held the weight of centuries. The Oba of Benin wasn't just a political leader. He was spiritual, symbolic, sacred. When he walked, people bowed. When he spoke, people listened. When he passed, the kingdom wept. His regalia was legendary: coral beads, leopard skin, bronze bracelets. His words were often delivered by royal messengers, because his voice was considered too divine for casual ears. He ruled with wisdom, and sometimes, with fear. But always with the belief that his power came from beyond. His palace wasn't a symbol of wealth. It was a portal between the mortal and the divine. But what happened to this majestic city? Why does the world call it lost? In 1897, British forces invaded Benin. They burned the city, looted the palace, stole the bronzes, and exiled the Oba. What was once the jewel of West Africa was reduced to ruins. The royal palace, desecrated. Its treasures shipped away. Its story silenced. But not forever. Today, The city of Benin lives on. Rebuilt. Reborn. Still home to the Oba. Still echoing with the spirit of its ancestors. Many believe that the palace hides more secrets. Tunnels once ran beneath it. Hidden chambers stored sacred relics. Some say a room still exists, untouched, with scrolls written in forgotten languages. Elders in Benin still speak of rituals. Of shadows in the palace walls. Of spirits who guard the ruins. The past has not vanished. It watches. It waits. It whispers. And when we listen, truly listen, we hear the echo of an empire that never truly died. So now you know. The lost city of Benin was never truly lost. Its palace. Its people. Its power. Still flow through the soil, the stories, and the souls of those who remember. Thank you for joining this journey. If this story opened your eyes to a forgotten past, like, share, and subscribe. There are many more tales waiting beneath the dust of time. This was the story of Benin, an empire of bronze, a palace of secrets, a kingdom that still lives in spirit. If this journey into Benin's forgotten empire opened your eyes, don't let the story end here. Subscribe to African Folktales you crave. For more legends, lost cities, and hidden wisdom from Africa's past. Like this video if you believe these stories deserve to be remembered. And comment below. What secret or tradition from your own culture should the world rediscover?